Okay, see how long this one lasts. That one didn't go long. Hopefully this one lasts a little bit longer. Hey, Jordan. Hey, Comic Brook. Hey, Gillface. Hey, Scriptgoat. Never would have happened if Jen had typed 92, 97. Hey, Jenna. If it cuts out again, I'm just calling it a night. What's going on? I think just like minor little internet things. Okay. Knock, knock. Who's there? Jenna, knock, knock. Who's there? I know the punchline to that one, Jordan. The punchline is woo! The version I heard is actually interrupting cow. The version I heard is interrupting cow, so it's who's there? Interrupting cow. Interrupting moo! Knock, knock, knocking on heaven's chode. So good, crashed your stream. You suck. And our Shadow Realm and Bandit. Cute. Knock, knock. Who's there, Comic Brook? Who's there? Hey, Smith. Control freak. No, you say control freak. Who? All right. Not bad, Comic Brook. Anyway, The Wicked and the Divine. It's just a phenomenal comic book, just really good. The idea is that was it every 76 years? I think it was something like every 76 years, if I remember correctly. '90 year. Every 90 years, uh, 12 people become gods. And then after 2 years, they all die. And just sort of like this time around, the gods are basically all become pop stars. A lot of them end up being based on various incarnations of David Bowie, but yeah, mostly every 2 years, yes, every 90 years, 12 people become gods. After 2 years, they die, and it's happened again. So it's about these 12 people who are now gods. They're loved, they are hated, and there's a whole lot of plot going on, but also like really cool character stuff. This is like a really good comic. Kieran Gillen and Jamie McKelvey, who are just longtime friends and collaborators and work really well, know each other really well, and work really well together. Um, Matt Wilson doing the color art. He's someone also who works a lot with Jamie McKelvey, so knows how to color Jamie's art. Hey, Rat Mouse. English. They are very British. No, Kieran Gillen. Yeah, Kieran Gillen. He is a British writer. Started off doing video game reviews, funnily enough, and then moved into comic books. Hi, gay. I'm dad. So yeah, the Wicked and the Divine also had like a lot of like really good. It did have a lot of great covers. A lot of like all the main covers were really good, and then it had a bunch of variant covers that were also awesome. So I backed the book to get the covers, the cover collection, which it's like $140 Canadian. It's like $140 Canadian with shipping included. Because I got like a special. It's a special edition version of it, but Yodelahi. Heard that one, comic book. So Yoda, lay, he, who. Yoda, lay, hee, hee. Yoda, lay, hoo, hoo. I didn't know you could yodel. Wicked and the Divine did get optioned at one point for a TV show, but that was a few years ago. I don't know if that's even still a thing. I do get the feeling that if my name was Barbara, I would be like Barbarian. Oh, good night, Killface. Yeah, yeah. Looks like that TV show is just not happening. Shame, just because I'm bisexual or pansexual. I just like queer. Queer works. This chat is entirely pro homo. Indeed, professional homos. Just a whole bunch of professional homos here. All right, Jordan, who's there? It's okay to be gay. Is it though? Is it okay? Anita Cole. Anita colonoscopy? Did I step on the punchline, Jordan? Anita one dance. Can you order a pizza? I already ate, Jenna. You can. You can order a pizza for yourself. But I already ate tonight, so I'm good. Deadpool 3? Probably not. I wish it well, but it is still Disney. Aw. You need to return to your home planet, Jenna? That's fair. All the numbers and stuff. It's fine, Scapegoat. Favorite Star Wars movie? Um, Probably Empire. Yeah, I'd say probably Empire. New Hope, also great. Rogue One. Loved Rogue One. I also actually really liked Last Jedi. Like for all the criticism that movie received, I like that movie had some like really good elements to it. But yeah, Rogue One was great. With the gay space uncles and all. Potato. Anyway, knock Jordan. Who's there, Jordan? Yeah, I mean the entire trilogy, like the original trilogy, like that original trilogy was three great movies. The prequels, eh. And the sequels uneven. Baghdad, who? Force Awakens. It was Force Awakens drew too much from the original Star Wars movies. There's a lot, like a fair bit of Force Awakens was just, hey, let's copy the original Star Wars. But there was some really good elements to it as well. Ray rejecting her visions, like Ray rejecting the lightsaber, and Finn was great. Like Finn was a fantastic character in Force Awakens. Like Jay, like he's a genuinely compelling character in that movie. Um, Poe is charming as all fuck. Like Poe, he's just, and absolutely, and I do appreciate that he played it as a romance with. I do appreciate that it was played that he played it as a romance, like that he played Poe's relationship with Finn as a romance, like not a bromance. No, no, Finn. Yeah, Poe loved Finn. Poe wanted to date Finn, and Ray was also a good character. Was a good character as well. So very similar to Luke Skywalker, but where he sort of embraced his destiny, she initially tried to reject it. Um, but it did also suffer from. Hey, glad to hear it, Jenna. The movie also suffered from trying to be a remake of the original Star Wars. Force Awakens, or not Force Awakens, but Rise of Skywalker. Rise of Skywalker was just maybe the worst possible way to end the series. Like it. Once again, it went back to Abrams just copying the original movies a lot because that's all he knows. Because that's all he knew how to do. Don't leave, Jenna. Do you believe the Acolyte destroyed Star Wars? No. No, nothing can destroy Star Wars. Star Wars is too much of a cultural mainstay to be destroyed, especially by one show. Like, who fucking cares that you didn't watch Mandalorian? I did watch the first season. I watched the first season of The Mandalorian. Did I watch the second? I think I might have watched the second season. Second season ended with Luke Skywalker, right? Pretty sure I watched the second season of Mandalorian, and then I watched like the first. I watched the first two episodes. I think first episode or two. I think the first two episodes of Boba Fett, and was I was enjoying it well enough, but I didn't really feel any like I felt no real. I just sort of drifted away from it. I was just like, yeah, whatever. Audience reviews at the Acolyte. I mean, there's probably some, I expect that there's probably some review bombing going on, but also there's just people just not connecting with the with the show. I haven't watched it. I haven't seen any clips of it. I have absolutely no. I haven't read anything about it. I know genuinely nothing about the Acolyte. I know it's called The Acolyte. That is the extent of my knowledge of that show. Is it good? Is it bad? I don't know. It's horrible. Oh, wait, I did hear one thing about it. I did hear something about uh, nerds whining about certain timeline inconsistencies not lining up. Too much black girl magic. Like I heard there were some nerds complaining about like this character is here and his timing and he said 100 years, but 100 years is Hey Patricia. Like the sort of like that sort of pedantic nerd bullshit that nobody gives a shit about. That doesn't fucking matter. They're saying it's too woke. Of course they are. Look, who's there, scapegoat? Woke is such a stupid complaint. People hated on Obi-Wan, but I enjoyed that show for the most part. Like, it's such a stupid nothing complaint. Ooh, it's too woke. Well, that doesn't actually say anything. Like, that's so fucking vague. Like, it's give more detail. Like, is it are the performances bad? You know, what's wrong with the performances? What's wrong? Like, what specifically is wrong with the writing? What specifically is wrong with performances? What specifically is wrong with the special effects? You know, whatever it is that you're complaining about, whatever it is they're complaining about, like, what's get more specific. You know, people complained about Force Awakens being woke, but like that wasn't the problem with the movie. The problem with Force Awakens was that it was honestly trying too hard to ape the original Star Wars. You know, Ray was fine. Ray was a fine character. Yeah, she. Yeah. Oh, how did she become a great pilot so early on? Well, she worked on ships. They said she was too OP. Yeah. Had to echo the originals. Yeah, my problem with Force Awakens and with Rise of Skywalker is that it didn't echo; it aped. It was too referential. Like I think the scene, like the line that actually sticks with me when they break into the Planet Killer base and they're trying to figure out what to do with that one woman, that one lady, and Hana's like, "How about a garbage chute?" And they're like, "Yeah." And it's like because it's like remember that scene in New Hope? Remember that scene in Star Wars with the garbage chute thing? Remember that scene in Star Wars? Remember that Star Wars scene? It was such a great scene in Star Wars, wasn't it? It was. It was like okay, but it's like Finn's never seen Star Wars, so why is he so happy about the ideas about the suggestion? I feel like that universe is so vast, there shouldn't be a need to keep circling back to the same storylines every time. Yeah, Disney are out of ideas for Star Wars. They're just riding the cash cow at this point. I mean, welcome to corporations, Agent Smith. Frankly, riding the cash cow is why I don't want to give major corporations like Disney, Fox, Warner. Why I don't, well, I suppose not Fox anymore, but like Disney and Warner. It's why I don't really want to give them. That one answer got canceled. Gina Carano, yeah, yeah, because she came out as transphobic. I feel like the fact that you know, Carano got criticized for making transphobic comments, and then she pivoted towards making movies for Matt fucking Walsh. That tells you everything you need to know about Gina Carano. The fact that she's making movies with Matt fucking Walsh. No. No, there's no coming back for her now. There's no way that a lot of fandom is going to there's a lot of fandom is never going to be welcoming her back. Because as soon as you work with a fuckhead like that, no, you're gone. Honestly, I like. Water looking clear tonight. I think it was Patrick Warburton. Um, has worked on was it the Daily? Is it the Daily Caller? The Daily Wire, yeah. Because the Daily Wire has been making movies and cartoons. They're terrible. They're universally regarded as terrible. Because they're made by people who are they're made by conservatives, which means they're made by people who are not particularly smart. Who are not who they're made by conservatives, which means they're made by people who lack empathy, which means they lack any sort of human element. Art by conservatives almost universally is bad. But yeah, Patrick Warburton. He's great. Yeah, Patrick Warburton. He's done a lot of amazing things. But recently he's been doing shit for that fucking Daily Caller, Daily Wire, whatever it was. Um, yeah, Daily Wire. He's been doing shit for the Daily Wire. So I've hit a point where Patrick Warburton being involved in something is actually a disappointment now. Because the fact that he'd work with someone like Matt fucking Walsh, who is an absolutely abhorrent individual, I think less of every single person who is the least bit kind to that fuckface. Was it Matt Walsh? Oh, he's just an asshole. He's a he's a very far right piece of shit with views that are just nasty and disgusting. He's racist, misogynistic, homophobic, transphobic, xenophobic. Like, he's just legitimately the worst. So, anyone willing to work with him, I have no interest in seeing anything they do. I have no interest in watching anything made by people who are willing to work with somebody who is that thoroughly awful. I mean, even fucking J.K. Rowling had to basically disavow him at one point. Like, she praised his bullshit propaganda, what is a woman thing, while saying that, like, don't talk over women. Like, sort of a fairly polite chiding of some comment that he'd made towards her, some sort of comment that he'd made, and people were like, "Okay, are you fucking complimenting Matt fucking Walsh?" So she then had to back off and say that she wants nothing to do, that she doesn't want his support, basically. So, like, he's disgusting enough that even transphobes distance themselves from him. And I mean, transphobes will welcome anyone who is also transphobic. But even they have to tell Matt Walsh. But even they have to say to Matt Walsh, we don't know him. Who's Matt Walsh? Like I said, he's just like a hyper conservative asshole. Is he like Alex Jones? Hey, Julia. Um, he presents himself. He presents himself in a more reasonable way than Alex Jones, because Alex Jones sort of just rants and screams and makes a big show of things. Matt Walsh wants to present himself as more of an intellectual. But they're both shitty. So yeah, Gina Carano. The fact that Gina Carano, after like she got kicked out of Star Wars for making some transphobic comments, the fact that she then went to work for the Daily Wire and Matt Walsh, yeah, no, she's done. Like there's no. I have absolutely like no sympathy for her. Like I like there's no forgiveness for that. There's just no, you're done. Get rid of anxiety. Yeah. Did I go outside today? I did not because it's fucking hot. I'll need to go outside tomorrow to go get groceries, but I don't even think they killed her character off. They just don't want Yeah, they just like her character just sort of stops existing. She's off doing that character's off doing her own thing. Don't worry about that character. Anyway, I'm gonna call it a night. It's been a couple hours, so I'm gonna end the stream here for tonight. I'll be back tomorrow for Class of 09. So thanks for coming. And good night, everybody.